So to start with, make ये halfway point है, ठीक है? Halfway point. इसे थोड़ा सा ऊपर. So just this is the halfway point of my page. Just a little bit above that. Just make the pot wala जो shape होता है ना, not a rectangle. What I don't know what the kids will tell us what shape it is, but this kind of a rectangle, okay? And so we will be first completing the entire drawing with pencil, finalize it with the pen, and then color it. Okay, so as you may know of plant arrangements, there's generally one that is the tallest, and then you have the smaller ones, and then you have few that fall, okay? So we will make the tallest one, make it all, everybody, do not make it with a very dark pencil, try and make it with a light pencil. I will not be seeing your drawings in this. This is totally your call. Agar plant mota, patla hua, doesn't matter. We're making a simple thing like a plant. You don't need to show me the drawings, all right? We'll just go with the flow. Just try and keep up with me. Make it with a light pencil. Okay, so we make the first cactus, tall cactus in the center. Just one tall cactus. Probably we'll make a little flower here. Okay. अनन्या आपका म्यूट नहीं है, आप म्यूट कर लीजिए अपने आप को, प्लीज.
Yeah, just a second.
Yeah. ठीक है, and then just make a few lines like this, like you would in a cactus. So for pen and ink drawing, they're rough, okay? So don't be too worried about the perfect line and the perfect square and the perfect circle, okay? And then we have, maybe we'll make a round one here. Okay, one round one here. Maybe we can give it a little baby as well. So I had made.
Miss, I just.
I'm sorry?
I just joined now.
Okay, Aisha?
Yes.
All right, so what we've done is we have taken half a page. Just quickly try and catch up with this drawing, Rita. Half page, keep half, the lower half blank, and try and make these two cactuses on this. The drawing is visible to you?
Yes.
Yeah, just try and catch up, okay? You've not done much. All right, so now we will try and make those pointy leaves. So make it go on top of this cactus. So that cactus goes behind, okay? Okay, and next we are going to be having something maybe a little smaller. What can we put? Okay, just two of this kind. We will erase this one so that this comes in front. Okay. Next, we will have those pearls. So yeah, so we can have a few pearls here as well. Just those little dots. And we can have one long one like this. So you have the broad leaves of the cactus, of the succulent. So it's basically just about 3 branches, okay? And a few leaves here. Then we can have one more round one. So you have this, I don't know if you all, who has a green thumb? So I love making succulent gardens in real. So though I always inevitably kill them, but I kind of know how many succulents there are, the basic shape at least. So you have one here. Okay. And here, one more thing that you can use is, if anybody has it, otherwise later on, I will just give a few details with this pen of mine. This is a white jelly roll to give a little, details of the thorns and this and that. Makes it look very pretty with the dots and the thorns in white, okay? So I'll show you what they are. In case you don't have it, you can always add them on later, okay? Then we will just maybe add a few more at the background. I'll make another, something similar to this one, but a smaller one at the back. So this is आगे, ठीक है? और बस पीछे हम कुछ थोड़े से डंडे बनाने हैं ना, मोटे-मोटे से. When we color it, then we'll give it a different color. So it just looks a little more lush. And we can have, you have a succulent that is all needle shape. So we can just kind of add this, just a little, 1 second, it will get confusing for you. We'll just leave it. Okay, you probably would not get my shape. तो हमने ये drawing बना ली. अब everybody, we'll make a little pattern on the pot. ठीक है? So we kind of, lower portion we divide. Okay, so this is like 1/3. 2/3 is plain. And then we have triangular design. That's the easiest. It looks nice. Okay. And we can just add a couple of lines at the base. Give little feet to your pot. Okay? Now let's get started. Whoever's still drawing, you can just catch up. Okay? I'll start finalizing it with the pen. Okay, so be patient with your line. There's no rush, okay? Let's make this illustration as beautiful as we can and as patiently as we can. We'll give it nice, bright colors, vibrant colors. And if you want to take the help of a scale, you can do it, but I always prefer that you kind of do it slowly or with a steady hand. Take this part of your hand, rest it, and then just draw it slowly. You'll get a neat enough line, okay? But in case you feel your hand is too wobbly, you can take the help of a scale.
Miss, we need to use watercolors.
We're going to be using watercolors, yes.
Okay.
What we can also do is just to add a little bit of interest, just add a semicircle. So when you've made this one, you can add a few thorns like this. Okay. Just and be don't make too many big strokes. Okay, छोटे छोटे बनाइएगा वरना फिर उसकी जो illustration की नजाकत है वो खत्म हो जाती है. Try and use thin pen and small strokes. Okay. And it's just a small little flower at the side. So in this, the cactus thorns will be something like 3, like this. So you have a V and a thorn in the center. Take it. So just make those little thorns on this one. In all directions. So I'll wait for everybody to finish their drawing, then we'll start coloring.
Auntie, I'm done.
Ma'am, I'm done.
Yeah. You're quick. The bachas are quicker. Okay, Akriti and Sanskriti both are done. All right, dikhao mujhe. Let me see, have a look.
I'm done.
Okay, Aisha is also done. Aisha, you got up very fast.
Yes.
Auntie,
Good. Yes, well done. So you want to draw some double lines here? और इसमें संस्कृति यहाँ जो नीचे lines है ये वाली just draw a double line.
yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Rudrapriya, you're done?
No, Auntie, I don't have the watercolor pen.
ठीक है
It's like this.
पेन ना ठीक है drawing तो complete होगी ना आपकी all right.
हाँ.
Okay, ठीक है. Okay, who else wants to show me? Mrs. Yadav. Yes, it's looking nice. Good. Akriti, well done. Okay, सबका बहुत cute लग रहा है. The whole arrangement is looking very nice. Well done, Siri.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. Okay, सब लोग finish कर लो. The bachas are nearly over, so I think I'll wait for the adults to catch up with them. Yeah, Vibha, you're also done. Good. ठीक है. So I'll explain again. I'll explain it to Sudha. I think Aisha, you were there. Did you join us yesterday?
No, but I saw the recording and then I didn't.
Okay, all right. Take it. So Sudha, what I'm going to be doing, do you have tubes or do you have these, this is a pan set. What do you have?
I have
I'm sorry?
I have tubes.
Tubes. Okay. So what I have is this. So I'm going to be explaining the colors because most of the tubes have those colors in them. All right. The names. So the colors that you need to take out, and don't take out too much. Take out just a tiny bit of watercolor goes a long way. So just take out your yellow ochre. So yellow ochre being this dull yellow for anybody else who wants to know. Burnt sienna. Okay. Then all the greens that you have. So a lot of people would be having in their collection about 4 or 5 greens or 2 greens, whatever greens you have. I have 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4 greens. So I'm going to be wetting all of them. Okay. We will take yellow ochre bee and this deep yellow as well. Okay, this deep yellow. I will add a tint of purple somewhere in the tones, just to give it slight color. If you do not have purple, take out crimson. So take out crimson and scarlet. Okay, a little bit of blue, cobalt blue, no other blue, cobalt. ठीक है, तो बेसिक कलर्स ये हैं. अगर और कुछ निकालना होगा मैं बताती हूँ, because I generally go with the flow. So I might tell you all last minute to take out. So I'll just wet my pan set. Okay.
Mariam,
G.
can you
have
tell
to-
me between these two, which is the cobalt blue? This one or this
Okay.
one?
1 second. Let me just get the speaker view on. Cobalt blue. So one is ultramarine and one is cobalt. नहीं, जहाँ पे हाँ, actually both will work, but ये वाला आपका finger, हाँ, this one.
So, lower or upper?
Lower.
Lower is cobalt. Okay, and this one you're saying is ultramarine.
I think ultramarine.
All
That's
right.
slightly deeper hue. ठीक है?
And burn sienna में मेरे पास ये 2 टाइप के हैं, ये दोनों.
Okay, then restart and don't wait for it. Sorry. So yeah, so your burnt sienna would be the middle one.
ये जहाँ पे फिंगर है.
हाँ, जहाँ पे आपकी फिंगर है. एंड ये जो बर्न्ट अंबर होगा ना, ये वाला कलर, ये वाला आपका जो बगल में है, उसको भी भिगो देना.
ये वाला.
हाँ, इसको भी भिगो लेना. ठीक है?
Thank you.
Miss, can you repeat what
Yeah, the colors.
you use?
Okay, so the colors, all the greens that you have, okay, whatever greens you have, whether it is you have just 2 greens, because in most tubes you just have sap green and viridian green. So sap green is here and viridian green is here. These are 2 extra leaf green and some bluish green I have here. So I'm going to be wetting all of them. Then you need ochre. You need burnt sienna, and if you have a darker brown, this is burnt umber. So if you have one of these colors, a darker brown, burnt umber or raw umber, out of the 2, you can take that. Then this yellow would be needed. Crimson, red, that is scarlet. Okay. And if you have purple, well and good. Otherwise, we can use cobalt blue. So this is cobalt blue here. So you'll be using cobalt blue.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, most colors. Do you have a pan set or you have a tube set? Because if you have a pan
I have
set,
a tube set.
okay, yeah. So a tube set, you can, a number of times you can just take out from the tube itself if you're not mixing. Okay. So everybody, you do need a white plate or a palette. Preferably, if you're working with watercolors, it will be recommended that you get something like this, so that you have a mixing area and you have little places where you can take out your tube colors if you require. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is taking out the browns and the yellows. Okay. So here you don't have to worry so much about the because we're not doing white per se. So I am just taking out a little bit of. So you, I'm sorry.
I have this one, like this.
Yeah, this will work. This will work. Okay.
Auntie, have you taken out burnt sienna
burnt sienna and ochre?
Okay.
I've not mixed them. I've kept them on both sides. But even if they get mixed, it doesn't matter. Okay. So hame mainly, so I'm taking ochre and giving it a wash. Okay. And in this, even if you have a few white spaces left, it doesn't matter. I tend to leave a bit of white, even in my pot or anything that I do. It just kind of gives it a slightly different dimension. A little, give a darker stroke just under this. Okay. And it just here, and keep it slightly pale here. Okay. And even if you don't, it doesn't matter, but try not to make it a complete flat thing. What my whole purpose in this is, because I'm not teaching you watercolor per se. Okay. Watercolor as a technique is a different thing altogether. But here, what we are trying to do is not get a flat, opaque look. So try and keep it, even if you're using one color, try and keep it kahi dark, kahi light, kahi white chhod do. So, you know, it should not be completely flat, that little portion. Okay. And the bottom, I am doing burnt
Okay.
sienna.
Miss, I don't have ochre.
You don't have ochre? You have any other yellow, Vita?
Yes, I have light yellow and dark yellow.
So take the dark yellow. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm going to be taking blue for this, just to offset the greens. So it will be nice. Again, try and give a darker shade to the top and around the plants, and keep it slightly lighter. So again, try and avoid a completely flat wash. Okay. It just looks better. So for this one, I'm going to be giving a shading. Okay. So what I'm going to be doing is I will be taking this deep yellow that I have, the darker yellow, and give it a wash. So I'm kind of playing with the real colors, as in not really sticking to the real colors, but खैर जो वो होते हैं succulents होते हैं वो वैसे भी exotic colors के होते हैं, so you can kind of play around with it. Okay, and just removing the color a bit.
Auntie, this is ochre.
This is a deep yellow, not ochre, but the darker yellow, yellow gumboj, yellow chrome yellow. They come with different names. Okay, and what I'm doing is I'm adding a bit of reddish tint to it. Just a touch of red, which I'm blending. Okay, so I'm trying to make it not look too dark, and I'm just dabbing in the colors. And niche hai, upar yellow hai. If you try and get this kind of effect. So just dab the colors where you want the red. Just dab it here so that it doesn't kind of, it just flows a little bit into the yellow, okay? And the yellow shows. And while this dries, try not to take the next plant that is next to it. Leave a gap, wait for it to dry. And we'll try and work on these colors here rather than the ones next to it, okay? So that it gets enough time to dry. Otherwise, they'll all kind of blend into each other. So I am taking, for you all, in case you all don't have this leaf green, just take a bit of whatever green you have, whether it is, you probably would be having a sap green color. Mix a bit of lemon yellow in that, okay? To make it slightly brighter, please. So we will use this leaf green for these pearls, okay? And what I'm going to be doing is I will be leaving a bit of white in all the pearls towards the top. So shine hoti hai na? So bahut sara color le liya. Just keep your tissue handy, okay? To see the white little spot that is left, so that gives it a slight 3D effect. So like you can see, my color has bled over here. ना ये जो थोड़ा सा red जो है इस blue में आ गया है. So I'll just wait for it to dry a little bit, and then क्योंकि अभी it's still wet. If I add blue, it will go into the yellow. So I'll wait for it to dry and then just add another stroke of blue on top. Okay. And while this is drying, we'll take this, okay? And we will take Viridian. So here what we are doing, basically we are coloring like we would color in a coloring book. As in, we are not really being very artistic and like Vibha had said, drops gira rahe hain or color bahar ja raha hai. We will try that technique with the bird. So these 2-3 exercises, we will try and color them as neatly as possible so that it looks a little more defined. And then we will go a little mad with the colors in the later classes. ठीक है? अभी हम थोड़ा सा इसको कलरिंग बुक की तरह करेंगे. Now this one I'm going to be tackling, okay? We've got this.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Hanji. Yes, Akriti.
Ma'am, what color have you used for the cactus?
This one, it's Viridian green beta.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So here again, I am going to be using the same limeish, this lemon green or light green with a touch of red. Okay, so if you know the succulents, there's some of them have that touch of red at the top. So we're going to be just coloring this, and I'll just add, and again, I'm leaving a little bit of white here and there, just to give it some relief.
Mrs. Ahmed, can you please tell me the colors in the cactus?
Which
Sorry.
cactus? Which one? Which one? Tell me.
The round one?
This one?
Yes.
Acha. So this is this deep yellow. This one. So it's either cadmium yellow or whichever yellow, the deep yellow that you have. Cadmium yellow or yellow ochre. There are two colors which look the same. एक आपका लेमन येलो होता है, कैडमियम येलो होता है, एक येलो ऑकर होता है. There are three. तो आपको कैडमियम येलो लेना है.
Okay, Mrs. Ahmed.
ठीक है? And then just add a touch when you've done this. Then while it's still wet, then just add a touch of red in a few places, especially at the base and at the side, so that you get slightly orangish look. ठीक है?
Right.
हाँ, बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं, हल्का सा. ठीक है? And I'm going to be adding a touch of red here. Just a second. So I'm just taking that little color all around, just at the tip. So instead of red, now it's become brown, but it's just giving a bit of color with the green. Okay. So it's just this light green. So if for light green, you need lemon yellow mixed with your sap green and just a touch of red at the tips, just a little bit. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So I don't think we'll be able to do the burger today. I think the food and the recipe will be for tomorrow. So we'll make muffins and all tomorrow. आज यही खत्म हो जाएगा. So I've just added a bit of glue to it. And I'm adding, while this is drying, I'll just add a bit of red. So you basically, what you have to do is try and remember to keep gaps. If you finish this, the next cactus that you start should not be next one. Give it a gap, like give it time to dry. Agar aapne immediately wahi next wala kar diya, to all the colors will merge. Okay, because this is wet and that is wet. So हमने ये किया, फिर हमने ये किया, फिर हमने ये किया, फिर यहाँ किया. So keep jumping like that. Okay, that's the technique to stop your colors from blending. Especially when there are too many elements. Okay, so this is kind of dry, these two, so I can attack this one. Okay, so for this one, I will be taking the sap green. And again, I'll be giving a bit of shading with burnt sienna, a little bit here and there. Okay, so I've taken sap green. A little bit of burnt sienna. And again, I'll wait for this to dry because only then will I add the flower, because otherwise the red will bleed into your cactus. Okay. So while this dries, we attack this. Okay. And here I'm going to be giving slightly purplish blue, a kind of a mixed combo here to make it slightly brighter. Okay. So what I'm going to be doing is the blue. Okay. Give just a little light coat of blue. Though it's a very unnatural color, but I'll just tell you how beautiful it looks because I have a reference here of a cactus that's looking so gorgeous. So here, and use, don't use too dark a color immediately, okay? Try and add layers. So you add a little bit of blue, a little bit of purple, then just keep darkening it if you feel the need for it. आप immediately dark color मत लगाना, ठीक है? फिर वो हटाना बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है. So now I gave a little pale color of blue. I'm adding a little bit more. So here I added a tint of red also in the mix. It's just slowly, okay? Add halka sa blue, then add purple, halka sa. Then add a little bit more blue, then just darken the purple a little bit more. Same thing here. Then here I added blue, then I added a red, and then I added a little bit of purple. So just keep playing with the colors like that, okay? So here I am changing the combination. So I'm going yellow and green and slightly orange.
Auntie,
Yes, beta?
I got confused and I did it in both the orange, the
Koi baat nahi, doesn't matter. That's your combination, doesn't matter. I'm just playing with the colors. I'm just enjoying myself. So it doesn't matter if you've done all of them. It's okay. So here, the higher it goes, it becomes slightly reddish. Just a touch, if you can see. And the niche, the more it goes, it's a combination of the darker green, the sap green, and the light green. Because it has to be separate from your little